Okay, so I've shown how the ship of Theseus introduces these questions of identity, change, and continuity, and problematizes them really. I haven't presented any answers. And now let's look at someone who does give answers, who gives a metaphysics and tries to explain these things. And this is Plato, and he does this in the Phaedo, but he will also do so in the Republic and elsewhere. So I'm talking about the realm of forms, and this is from Plato's cave. The cave, the prisoners, they just see the shadows, they think this is the world. And so one way to interpret this cave is epistemology or education or knowledge, as Shannon very correctly said. This is the metaphor for how we learn. You can't see into the sun, which is truth. You can't see it immediately, it'll blind you, but first you look in the reflections, etc., etc. Another interpretation of this is to simply stick to the shadows on the wall. And this is the world of the prisoners, and they think the entire world, reality as such, is comprised of these shadows. We know that it's not. And so Plato's metaphysics for the world in which us humans currently live today is that this world is one of shadows. It's the shadow of true reality. In other words, this world is not true reality. True reality lies elsewhere, and that is in the realm of forms. So in the realm of forms, we find the forms. The forms are abstract, timeless, unchanging, outside of time and space. And already we can see how he starts to mitigate the problems of identity, change, and continuity. He says there's no change. The forms are timeless. They're perfect. They're absolute. There is no change. In the real world, the real reality, the world of forms. In our world, where we live, there is, of course, change and decay, etc., etc., but it's not the real world. This world only approximates the forms, or in some sense, we can say that things in this world participate in their form. Now, what does this mean? Let's look at this circle, right? This circle participates in the form, the abstract, the timeless, the unchanging, the perfect circle. This is a zooming in of the circle that I just looked at, and it's not a circle. As you can see, it's got some angles, it's a bit blocky, it looks like, some steps. So it's not really a circle. It's kind of a circle, it approximates a circle, it's close to a circle, but it's not a circle. And you will never be able to show me a perfect circle. And yet we recognize circles as being close to this thing that is the perfect circle, but the perfect circle doesn't in this world exist. So without any existing circles, how do we know what a circle is? One answer that Plato gives is that we remember. Our soul is also unchanging, timeless. That is where personal identity comes from. I am me because I have a soul that doesn't change. It's perfect. It's totally me. And this soul was in the world of forms before I was on this, in this reality, in this world. And I remember from the world of forms the perfect circleness, and I recognize a bad copy of that in this world. So there we have attempted epistemology. How does knowledge work in this world? Through memory of the forms, which flows from the metaphysics. What is real? What is the nature of reality? And for Plato, the nature of reality, true reality, is the world of forms, the realm of forms, not this reality in which we live. So there is a pretty good attempt at a fleshed out metaphysical account. Yolanda made a comment, I read that out quickly. One modern correlation that I find in entertainment to the cave is the people who wake up from the series of The Matrix. Yes, right? Absolutely. In The Matrix, we have this idea sort of turned into a sci-fi. People are in a simulated reality. They think it's real, it's all they know. And then at some point they wake up out of this and they enter the real reality, the actual reality.